Hey y'all. Happy Tuesday. Happy New Year's Eve. Welcome in everybody. I hope everybody is having a wonderful last day of 2024. I'm Patrice. This is Craftable Things. If this is your first time here, thank you for being here. I love it if you would check out the other content on the channel. And if you find that content useful or helpful, I would love it if you would stick around by subscribing to the channel. And also don't forget to like this video. But hey, y'all, what are y'all doing here on New Year's Eve? I have to get off by about, I think, like 10 o'clock, maybe a few minutes before then. Church is, well, we have two different services. One's going on now. But I will be ready for the 10 p.m. service for tonight. I hope everybody is doing well. Tonight, as you guys saw, we're going to be making the trending treat gift card. So I did this one a little bit differently. We're going to do it. We might make two. I really don't want to make two of these because Taylor only really needs one. But the way I did it, I actually cut a hole. I used the entire pan. So we are using a pan. This is a heart-shaped pan. And I actually cut, like I tried to trace around the bottom part of it so that I could stick it through so that I could fit more things in here. Now, as you guys see, I used the pillow that Marilyn and I made the other day, last week, just to go inside of the heart. But you don't have to do that. You can put whatever you want to put in here. You can put perfume. I've seen people put perfume, snacks, treats, other little gifts that can go in here. And for the most part, I've seen people place the top part. They didn't necessarily use the back. They placed the top part on top. So we're going to do it that way too. I just feel like with it this way, I can fit more things inside of here, because if I didn't have it this way, then the heart pillow wouldn't be able to fit inside. So that's what we're going to be doing today. I'm going to show you guys everything that we're going to be using. I did want to show you all this. Look how cute. And this is the little baby. So if you are a member and you got this file, this is the largest that you can make. It's a nice size. Is it bigger than my head? No, it's about this, a little bit smaller, and this is, I think, the smallest size. So this is the smallest one, and this is the largest one. So the theme, I'm gonna recreate this with you guys inside of Silhouette Studio. Now, the way that I have it here, I don't have it glued down, but you can glue it down. And before we get too far ahead I'm going to say this too, and I'm going to mention everything that we're going to be using now so that I'm just going to mention it now. So this part, I would suggest maybe putting another design there, another image, or you can do something completely different on this side. Like you could even put, like, maybe if you had sticker paper or something, like, just to kind of make it maybe two parts. That's what I would maybe do, just so that the back doesn't just look like this, right? Now, if you don't use this, then of course it'll just be a plain back. But I mean, I like having the extra room. So before I talk about all of the supplies that we're going to need, I am going to, and it comes out like that. But of course, you may want to glue yours in. Like before I give this to Taylor, I'll glue it in. Okay. Now, before we go over the supplies, let me just see who's here, and I'll say hey to y'all. But what are y'all doing here on New Year's Eve? Hey, Mirror Bear. Mirror, I put the small one, so I want to kind of put more Hello Kitty things in there. So I did I finally used the pink We Create, the 10 watt, and I cut out this. Now, the engraving didn't engrave all that good. Y'all probably can't see. Okay, so you see how it engraved? Well, I wanted to engrave it and paint it, like I had a masking on it, but it really didn't do the mask that well. Like it didn't engrave on the mask. So I had to remove the mask, put this back in, line it back up to try to engrave, and that's as much of an engrave as I got um on this material. Now the white, I tried to put white in there, a white piece, an opaque white piece of acrylic. That did not cut. Well, it cut it. No, it did not cut. It did not cut it at all, actually. So, but this is kind of like a little bit peachy, and it cut it fine, but it didn't engrave it. And I cut out like a few. I feel like I could put like either maybe just HTV on it if I want to. I'll just resize it to HTV, possibly, but we'll see. But hey, Mary Bear. Hey, Miss Gail. Welcome. Hey, Monique Johnson. Dr. Monique Johnson. Hey. Hey, Tanya. Welcome in. Hey, Shay Shay. Okay, you're laying down. Okay, good. Relax. Relax. I'm glad that I came on tonight. I was going back and forth, and then I was just like, you know what? You planned on going on live today? Go on live today. You could do whatever you need to do tomorrow and Thursday. So yeah. Hey, Robin Murphy. Welcome in. Hey, Donzel. So what are you guys doing tonight? What are you guys up to? Hey, DB. Welcome. Hey, Miss Carol Coleman. April Jackson. Hey, everyone. Hey, Tamika. All right, y'all. I hope she loves it, DB. So I'm going to recreate this one, but I may need to do another name. I got to see who I'll make another one for. I don't know yet. We'll see. We'll see. Hey, Derica. Melinda. Chaos. I think I said that right, but welcome. Hey, Kelly Wyans. Hey, Dempsey Boo. Nafisa and Teresa. Angel Boo. So yeah, y'all. This is our last crafty talk of the year. And I'm excited to be here with y'all. Vera's at Watch Night Service. I'll be watching in a few. Hey, Danny. And Jesse and Stacy Abear. Hey, Robin's Creations and Sylvia. All right, y'all, I'm going to scroll down because I want to get started because we're going to do a little bit of designing tonight. I'm just going to recreate the same thing. Okay. I'm just going to recreate the same thing. But hey, everyone, Happy New Year Eve. So I did want to thank, and I didn't see her name here. And if I did, I probably scrolled all the way down and I didn't see it. But Miss Joy sent me a gift, a very useful gift. I have all of these tools, but not in one handy dandy tool. And she sent me this Alex Anderson's 4-in-1 essential sewing tool. And it is pretty cool. And so I'm very excited about this. It says for quilting, applique, paper crafts, doll making. It includes a seam ripper, stiletto, presser, and turner, all in one. All in one. Like, how cool is that? And of course, she sends a card with her name on it. Because Miss Joy is like Delonda. They love their name. So she sent me a card with her name on it, and how nice and thoughtful of a gift this is. Like, I can literally use this pretty much every day because I'm always looking for these things because they're all over the place. And now I have one handy dandy tool, and I'm going to always keep it very, very close. So Miss Joyce, thank you so much. Shay Shay, it's a 4-in-1 essential sewing tool, and it has it's all included in here is the seam ripper, the stiletto, the presser, and the turner. All 4 of those tools are wrapped in one. Hey, Nomi and Porgy Town. Hey, Teresa, Sister Hearts, Crafts, and Things. I know, Miss Jo. This is really clutch, y'all. This is really, really, really clutch. So I'm going to share my screen. We're going to head inside. Oh, before we do that, let me show you what we're going to be using. So we're going to be using foam board. I have black and white foam board for us to use. You can use whatever color you prefer, but I have black and white foam board. You also need a printer. And so for this project, I am using my Epson EcoTank 15,000, which can print up to 13 by 19, right? It can print up even longer than that. Now, if you don't have a large format printer or wide format printer, you can still do this with 8.5-inch wide printer. You're just going to have to tile your image and print out more and do it that way. But I'm going to be using my Epson EcoTank 15,000. I will be printing on this 11 by 17 sticker paper. Now, the 11 by 17 sticker paper, it is a little pricey for the amount of sheets that you get. Like, you don't get a lot of sheets. Some places you get 10 sheets, some 15 sheets. I'm going to be using the Koala brand, which some of you may know is pretty much a sub. But I'm going to be using the Koala brand. And I do like the Koala brand paper because it does let you know which side is the back. Okay, because some of my sticker paper does not let me know. And I'm literally trying to figure it out by like flipping the edge just to see whether it's the back or the front, right? So I have matte sticker paper, and then I also have glossy sticker paper. Now, I'm not going to use it today because I can't find my 11 by 17 holographic, my clear holographic vinyl. But if you wanted to, you could place the clear holographic vinyl on top of your card just to give it like a nice glossy holographic look. The card that I showed you guys, this card is, this is matte. So this was a matte sheet that we printed on. And this printed from my Epson EcoTank 15,000. But this is a matte sheet. And again, it's 11 by 17. All right. So this gives it just like a different, like, you can kind of see like the holographic look to it there. And it's clear. So when it goes on top of your sticker or your card, that's what it's going to look like. It's just going to give it a nice little glossy holographic look. If I could peel it off. Let's see if I can peel it. There it is. So see, it's just clear. It's clear. I already have it. You can't even see it. You see, it's clear. So when it goes on top of your sheet, it'll give it a very, very pretty gloss. Hold on. Hey, Vera. Vera's going to watch night service. That's where Vera's going. Hey, Niall and Carrie Crafts. Hey, y'all. If I missed you guys, I'm so sorry. Hey, Ann, I'm so sorry. But y'all know I'm going to try to look a little bit more at the chat. But I am about to go into Silhouette Studio, so I won't be able to see it that much because I'll be looking down. But it's okay. All right, so we're in Silhouette Studio, and the sheet that we're going, oh, I didn't even tell you guys what we're going to be using. I'll show you guys that later. But these are just pans, like cooking pans, baking pans, and you can get those from your Dollar Tree. You don't have to order. I ordered these from Amazon. I ordered the heart-shaped ones from Amazon, but you don't have to get those from Amazon. You can totally go to your Dollar Tree and get those from your Dollar Tree. Okay. So let's change our page size to 11 by 17. So I'm just going to go up to the page setup panel, and we're going to change this to 11 by 17. Now, depending on how you want your card to be, you can have it in landscape, right? It doesn't have to be the way that I'm doing it in portrait. You can actually turn in landscape. Originally, I was going to do my card in landscape, and then I changed my mind and just decided to do it in portrait. But you can do it in so many different ways. It doesn't have to be exactly like this. So I'm just changing the page dimensions, and now we have our page set up as an 11 by 17. Now, let's head into Creative Fabrica, and I'm just going to show you guys a few things. So let's say if you're looking for a background, I'm going to pretty much do this same exact card. Okay, I'm not even going to change. I'm actually going to put it up here so I can look at it. You can do this inside of Canva. Okay. I was going to do it in Canva today, and then I was like, yeah, no. Y'all know how I feel about Canva. It's good for some things, but I just couldn't do it. So we're going to do it in Silhouette Studio. We're not doing it in Adobe Illustrator, surprisingly, but we're going to do it in Silhouette Studio because I know a lot of you guys do have Silhouette Studio, and I want you to use it for more than just rhinestoning. I think Silhouette Studio is the best rhinestoning option right now. It's super economical, and I like it. All right, so let's look for a background. So let's say you want to do a heart background, or a background that consists of hearts, right? So let's just type in heart background and see what comes up. So if we type in heart background, all of these different options come up. Oh, this is pretty. Y'all know if I had seen this before, our card would be this color right here. That would be perfect. Oh, I would have totally used this background. I would have totally used this background. So this is a background you can use, but you know, if you're looking for backgrounds, you can find backgrounds here inside of Creative Fabrica. You can find a lot of different backgrounds here. As you guys see, look at this. Let's say if you were going for a pink theme, right? This is perfect for a pink theme. Like if you had pink lotion and body wash and things like that, you could totally use that, you know, that background would match. So I'm doing my background like this. I'm kind of creating it myself, but you can do so many different things. You don't have to go and reinvent the wheel. Okay. And then I do know on Etsy, there are several people who sell pre-made templates. If you're like, you know what, designing is not my thing, I just prefer to buy a template from somebody, then you can totally do that as well. Hey, Jess. All right. Flag. Nice. Oh, and I found a lot of things I've purchased too, and I plan on using those very soon. All right, so if you keep scrolling down, more options will come up. I don't even think I got much from Creative Fabrica, except I did get these heart-shaped balloons. My downloads. Let's see. I did get, okay, so this is what I got from Creative Fabrica today for this project. I got these balloons right here, and they all have a transparent background. And then I also got these clouds to go on here. But I just kind of created my own background. You don't have to do that. Okay, as you guys saw, Creative Fabrica has several options for you to be able to use whatever you want to use. Okay, also Google is your friend too. I got the Hello Kitties. I got those from off of Google. So, you know, in case you're looking for it. I hang a Canva. Yes, not all. Canva's good for a lot of things. It's good for some things. All right. So let me head back down here to Silhouette Studio, and this is our canvas. I'm going to use the entire sheet, okay? So the first thing I want to do is I want to go ahead and I just want to go and create a background. I'm going to do a solid color background, but guess what? If we had a pattern, let's say if I downloaded a pattern from Creative Fabrica, I could use that, right? So let me just go here. I'm going to type in the dimensions here so that it could be the exact page size, okay? And we're going to remove that. I'm going to turn my background black. Now, I use the panels at the top a lot, but for your colors, it's like the third panel down. It's called the open fill panel. This is also where you can utilize the color options here inside of Silhouette Studio. Hey, Tianda. Hey, girl. All right, so this is another way. Thanks, Delonda Patrice. Hey, Diane. Yes, please remember to give this video a thumbs up. All right, so we're just going to change this. I'm going to turn this black. because that's what my outline is going to be. Now, let's say if I wanted to do something like have a plaid background or like part black, the bottom, the top black, the bottom plaid or something like that. All I would do is head to Creative Fabrica and look for a pink. Let's say if we did like a pink, black, and red plaid. Let's see if they have all those colors together. And look, they have some. Oh, look at this. That's cute. I don't know if I really want. Oh, look at this one. That's more so pink and pink, right? Like two different shades of pink. But you guys get the point, right? I could add this to my background. I'm not going to do that, but you may want to add something like that to yours. You know, you may want to switch it up, and I may come back and do another one and use, use plaid. I love a good plaid image. All right. So you could do that. You could either have as a full background, or let's say if I wanted to kind of have part of it here and then make it like, blur a little bit in the background. You can do whatever you want to do. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my Hello Kitties because I need to start working on them. So we're going to bring in the Hello Kitties. And of course, with Silhouette Studio, you can change your colors. I'll show you guys that too again. Like if you had a specific hex code, just remember black is black, but black is not always black. Like you can get more like a darker shade of black or a lighter shade of black, depending on your hex code or your CMYK code. So that's something that would be up to you. All right, so let's go ahead and bring in our Hello Kitties. I'm going to bring in 3 Hello Kitties. All right, so we're going to bring in this one. Now, this particular file, I found this online. I don't know if you guys have ever done like free Minnie Mouse, PNG, SVG, and you'll get these sites that come up and you got to click on the right thing. Don't click on the wrong thing, because if you click on the wrong thing that says download, it's not going to download the file for you. You got to like literally search for the actual download button. That's where I got these from. Okay, I got these from there. But this particular designer, they have the DXF, EPS, PNG, and SVG available. I'm going to download the SVG version because I want to change my the colors of Miss Hello Kitty. Okay, so and then I'm gonna let me move my background out of the way because I think she comes in pieced together. See, she comes in pieced together. So, which is perfectly fine with me. I'm going to just, let me make sure I get all of her. I'm going to move her over. And I'm going to leave her like that for now until I bring in the next one. Anytime you import an image into Silhouette Studio, it's going to want to place it here on the actual canvas. Okay. And if you have other items there on a canvas, it can cause you to have to try to piece things together and move. So I just like to move anything that I'm not working on off of the canvas. All right, so let's go ahead and merge the other file in. We're going to bring in this Hello Kitty. No, that's not the right Hello Kitty. Maybe it's this Hello Kitty. It's this one. All right, so let's go to SVG. We're going to bring in another SVG. And then I'm going to bring this one over to the side. As you guys see, that also came in several different pieces. And then we're going to bring in the other Hello Kitty. The other Hello Kitty file that I have, it's really just for me to look at the font. And I was able to find a similar Hello Kitty font called Goodins or Goodwins. It's similar to this Hello Kitty. Okay, I don't necessarily want it. Originally, I was going to try to cut out a shape, and then I realized, like, girl, you don't even have a circle cake pan to do that with. So, hey, Tarika. Hey, girl. Hey, Penny. All right, so these are our 3 Hello Kitties that we're going to use. Now, remember I said I wanted to work with like changing some of those colors up, right? So I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to change the hearts to pink. And I'm going to use this pink. Now, you all see that different palette shade of pink there. That's because I have that. All right, so let me click here again. We're going to change this to pink. I'm going to close this out. And this is the same pink. Okay. So I just want those hearts to be pink. Now I could change her little blush, her cheeks right here to that pink, but I'm going to leave that color. All right. So, and then I see here that black part is a part of her background. So that's not going to change anything. And then that little red piece right there. All right. So let me see what else I want to bring in. I want to bring in the clouds. So let me go back to merge. And then we're going to bring in the clouds. And I'm just going over here to downloads. And I think these are the clouds that I'm, oh, I still need to bring in the, let's just pick a random cloud because I don't remember which cloud I actually used. All right. So this cloud is also in pieces. Y'all see those bounding boxes there? Though this cloud is also in pieces, but I'm going to go ahead and group it. And then we're going to bring in the arch. And I think that's all we have to worry about bringing in right now. We'll be good to go. All right, I'm just going to bring this over to the side. And then let's bring in the arches. All right, downloads. And here's the balloon arches. Now that file came with or that listing came with a lot of different like balloons and things like that and hearts. I'm going to use that same arch because we're going to pretty much go with the same thing we had before. I might bring in that other, there was like a balloon file there that I may bring in, another one. Let's bring it in too, just in case we can add some balloons someplace. Where, I don't know, but it's a bouquet of balloons. All right, and these are PNGs. All right, I'm gonna move this over to the side. Yeah, we can probably use those balloons somewhere. Like the bottom is pretty blah, so maybe we could use that. And I'm just gonna reduce the size of this. All right, so let's get ready to set up everything. I'm gonna remove those outline lines. All right, and we're gonna bring this back over here on the canvas. And make it bigger so I could see. Hey, Kels. Hey, Miss Ethel. Shaka Terrell. And I gotta ask everybody if I'm saying their name right. Shaka Terrell, am I saying your name right or wrong? I've been saying Rondrea's name wrong for a long time now. All right, so there we have our background. Our background is going to stay that way. Let me go ahead and put in our balloon arch. And to do that, I'm not going to have it on one side. If you guys saw here, it's along the top part of the card, right? And the card is kind of busy for my liking, but it's fun. It's going to be fun. All right. Hey, Barb and Terry. All right, so I'm just going to reduce this. And I'm keeping the proportions the same. Anytime you grab in the corners, you'll be able to keep the dimensions or the proportions the same. And my lock button is unlocked. All right, so I kind of want this to go here, and then I want another one on the other side. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to duplicate this one. And to duplicate it, I'm just holding down my Option key and clicking it and dragging over. But if you want to, if you don't have that, you know, if you're not comfortable with doing those shortcuts, you can right click and then you can click duplicate, or you can do a copy and paste. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to mirror this. I'm going to just right click and we're going to flip horizontally. Okay. So that's going to help me create my art. And then what I want to do next is I want it to be kind of a seamless arch as much as possible. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of like match this up a little bit better than what I have it. And I'm only really worried about that bottom pink and the red balloon there. because I want it to just kind of match up good. The balloon at the top, like those are fine. It doesn't look too bad because most of them are overlapping anyway, but that looks good. So I'm gonna select this side, the right side, and then I'm gonna hold down my shift key and select the left side, and then I'm just gonna right click and group those together. Okay, Laura E. And then I'm going to make this a little bit smaller. And again, I'm grabbing the corners because I want to keep my proportions the same. Okay. And so we're just going to have it right here. I just want it to fit right here because we are going to be printing this out just like this. All right, so that looks good. I'm gonna go up a little bit. So this is pretty much in place. This is where this is gonna be. Okay, got my black. All right, that's where that's gonna be. All right, so I don't have to worry about that at all. I can also go ahead and place my clouds because I kind of want to, I don't want the ends of the arch to be so harsh, and I want to create like a top and a bottom part. So I'm going to bring the clouds to the front for now, because if you notice, they were behind the arch. And so I'm just going to make this a little bit smaller. And we're just going to kind of bring it over here. We're going to do that for both sides because Miss Hello Kitty is going to be in the back. We're going to go over here. And then I'm just going to duplicate this again. If you have a PC, if you hold your Alt key down, you'll be able to create a duplicate. With Max, you hold your Option key down and you click onto it and you just drag it. If you guys notice, once I selected that Option key, it turned the pointer into like an arrow with a plus sign. Okay. Hey, Miss Nini. And Miss Ruby. All right. So then I'm going to flip this horizontally and we're going to kind of have it go this way. And I can make this a little bit smaller. Doesn't have to be so big. But that is just going to create my little clouds of balloons. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do is we are going to play around with Miss Hello Kitty. So this Hello Kitty is going to go up here at the top. Okay. But another thing I want to do is I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to make a copy of this because I want to pull out some of those hearts that Hello Kitty has around her. So I am just going to, I'm really only selecting the black, the pink, and the white in this particular heart. If I select all of this, it's not going to let me ungroup it, but it will let me release the compound path. So I want to release the compound path because I really just want to grab this heart right here, but I have to release the compound path for everything. All right. So I only, if you guys look, I'm only selecting the hearts. The reason why I'm doing that is because all of those are separate. It's not grouped together, and they're different compound paths, okay? So I'm going to right click, and then I'm going to select Release Compound Path. Once I did that, if you guys notice, like the black, the center of the O is filled in, that's because that black compound path was released. So if I select here, I'll be able to grab exactly what I want. Okay, so I was able to grab my heart. I was able to grab the black outline of the heart, and I was able to grab the white little shadow inside of the heart. Okay, so now I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to keep that. I want to group this together. Well, I don't want to group it together yet. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do is, because I'm pretty much done with this right here, but I am going to make a copy. Because I did have it over here. So now we're going to take this Hello Kitty. I'm going to group all of that together. And then we are going to bring, and we're going to bring her to the front. And then do I want to make her a little bit smaller? Well, she might be fine like Let me make her a little bit smaller. And I think she's going to be in place for now. Now, another thing that I want to do is I do want to grab this bow because I want to change her bow. I thought I changed it before, but I do want to change the bow. So I'm going to go here. And we're going to click right. Let me show you guys this part. So if I move the bow out of the way or move the red out of the way, all of that is together. Okay. So I am just going to click. I still have the red selected. I'm going to right click. And we're going to release that compound path also. Because I want what's in here. I want a bow. So now I'm going to bring this up here. I don't want to do that. Let me grab all of that. And then we are going to just bring this over. I'm going to remove the inner part of the circle. We're going to select this. I'm going to right click. We're going to make that into a compound path. And then I'm going to create an offset around it to kind of mirror the offset that's already around, like how this one is right here, how this black one is. So we're going to create an offset. And let's see what that offset looks like. That looks like a good offset. And we're going to click apply. And then I'm going to turn that offset black so it can kind of look like the other one. Right now, I'm kind of making my own elements for the design based off of what's already there. Okay. So then I'm going to, let me move this over. I'm going to group this together. And then I'm going to make another copy over here on this side. Out of that, I want to make a copy of everything. I'm going to group that. So everything is not grouped. We're going to group that right there. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of these hearts and I am going to keep it pink. And we're going to put that pink heart in the center of her little bow right there. Let me turn her around a little bit and bring her over. All right. All right, so now I have my heart bow for Miss Hello Kitty. And I do make a copy of everything as I go. I continually make copies because you never know when you're going to need to redo something or when you may want to add something someplace. So I do keep tons of copies, okay? So I'm just going to right click and group this together because this is now going to go on Miss Hello Kitty's bow. And I'm going to bring that to the front. Hey, Josie. Hey, Shalika. Donzel, Jennifer, D. Smith. If I missed you, I'm sorry, but hey, y'all. All right, so then I'm going to bring this over here to the front, and we're going to just place our new bow right here on Miss Hello Kitty, okay? And so that just changed the bow up a little bit. If you guys look here, you can play around with resizing it because you can still kind of see a little bit of the bow. Like I could still see right here where that bow, the original bow, is kind of sticking out a little bit. So if you want to resize it, you can. I'm pretty happy with it like this. Okay, it's perfectly fine for me like this. All right, the next thing I'm going to do is I do want to select all of this and group this together. Okay, so all that's grouped together. I'm just trying to see if it's all grouped together. Okay, I did group it together. I forgot that I had already grouped it together. So now I just grouped that together with our new bow. Okay. So the next thing I want to do is now I created these hearts because I do want these hearts to go, you know, I want a few more of these hearts and I want different sizes of the hearts. So we're going to go ahead. I'm going to select one of these hearts. We're going to keep it the same color. I'm going to group it together. I made a copy of it, y'all, because I just generally like to make copies of things so that I could just, I make lots of copies. As y'all can see, I keep stuff on the board. And then we're going to bring it to the front so we can see it better. All right. Eventually, the Hello Kitty that's up here, she's going to always be at the front But for now, because we're just moving things around, I need to be able to see it. All right, so we're going to put this one right here. And then we're going to move this one over here to the side. And I'm going to turn this heart right here. All right. So the next thing I'm going to do is, hold on, let me bring this up a little bit. Do I want another heart there? No, that's enough. I'm going to make sure. Let me just bring her back to the front. Later, and thanks, Josie Bill. All right. So we're all done with this part. Okay. Our top part is done. I don't know. Hold on. I don't know. All right, so let me finish this. All right, so we have our top part done, and then we are going to move into working on the bottom part. So for the bottom part, I'm going to create another heart. And what I want to do with this heart is that I want this heart to be the heart that I'm going to cut from. Now, if you're doing these, you can create, like, let's say if you're going to use the square pan, this square pan is an 8x8. So you'll have a perfect size, okay? A perfect size. This heart is like 7.4 inches. So it's not a perfectly shaped heart. So y'all know that hearts are shaped differently. It's not a perfectly shaped heart. So I'm just going to use one of these hearts and go with it because, you know, it's what I have. But you can make your own. If you decide to do a heart, you can create a heart here. Another thing that I did was I did trace the heart, like to kind of get to see how to cut the back out like that. You can do that if that's what you want. Okay. So let me go ahead. We're going to resize this. I'm just going to group this together. And then we're going to change this to a 7.4 by 7.4. Okay. And I'm going to ungroup it again. I grouped it so that I could just go ahead and resize it all at that time like that. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to change that outer part to white. Because if I cut it out, but let's say you don't want to cut yours out and you want to have that scene in the back, then you'll have a cute heart in the back. You can also put, let's say if you have like a special message that you want to put there, you can have like your gifts that go on top. And then you could have like a special message here in the center. You can have a photo here. You can have so many different things. You know, you can do whatever you want to do. I'm just doing something very basic to show you guys. All right, so then I'm going to put my heart right here under the love. Okay, and I don't want to go too far up because I don't want to have to cut any of the word love. So I'm going to keep it like about right here. All right, so that's what we have so far. Another thing that I wanted to do is I'm going to also place a bow here and then some of those hearts. I'm going to randomly place some of those hearts here. But remember I got those balloons? I brought these balloons in. That's going to make it kind of busy. It looks a little bit busy, y'all. But it's okay. You know, that's going to be too much. I'm going to have to use these balloons for something else because they're just super cute. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's bring in our next kitty. Oh, I forgot. She's pieced together. We brought in the SVG because it's easier to change the colors with the SVGs. Of course, I'm going to make a copy. And then we're going to right click and we're going to group all of Miss Hello Kitty together. I should have changed her bow too, but I didn't. We're going to bring her to the front. All right. So Miss Hello Kitty, this one, she already has a little heart in her hand. So I was going to say we could have put, oh, you know you can lock that. You can lock it. I was going to put, maybe have a balloon, but we're going to scrap the balloon idea for now until I figure something else out. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to create some more hearts, okay? And I think for this part, I want to have a white background for this heart, or white outline. Maybe I don't. Maybe I don't. I don't. So we're going to group this together, and then I'm just going to place these hearts here. I'm going to make it bigger. Maybe turn it this way. Or maybe that's too big. We're almost done. So don't worry. We're almost done. What time is it? 8:38. We're good. I'm going to make it in time for service. All right. So I'm going to turn it this way. And then let's say we're going to put in another heart. I may put in another heart here. Maybe make that one a little bit smaller. You can do whatever you want. You guys get the idea, right? I just gotta put, I don't know, maybe I'll make this one for Brooklyn since Taylor already has one. All right, so we're gonna have this right here. And then the next thing I'm gonna do is that bow that we made, I'm going to duplicate the bow. And let me make this white. Did I not save another copy of the bow, y'all? I thought I did. I thought I did. Maybe I did not. Hold on. We got to do another bow. I don't want to ungroup that one. So we got to do another one. Uh-oh. All right. Hold on. Let me move this here. We're going to actually change the black outline to white. We're going to switch up our bow a little bit. And then we're going to change that to white too. And then we're going to group that together. And then we're going to put, we're just making that same bow that we did earlier. We're doing another bow like that. That's it. Again, there's tons of templates. You don't have to do this you don't have to do this yourself. There's tons of templates that you can use, okay? On Etsy, Creative Fabrica doesn't necessarily have a template specifically for a jumbo tree card, but you can piece together some backgrounds and images and get your designs. Gotta move her to the front. To front. And we're just gonna put a little bow on the hearts. All right, so another thing that I do want to do is I want to give the Hello Kitty at the top, I want to give her like a little bit of a shadow behind her, like a drop shadow. So we're going to select the image, that part, we only have this one selected. And then I'm going to head over to the effects panel. And then we're going to go here to the shadow panel or the shadow feature. All right, and then I am going to click onto, we're going to do dynamic shadow or a fixed shadow. Let's do a fixed shadow. All right, if you guys notice, a little bit came up, right? You guys see that little gray shadow. Now you can make your shadow move however you want it to. I'm gonna do, like right now, it's on the X 0.62 and Y 0.045. You can change that if you want to. I might be happy with it like this, but you can do a point. Let's say if you did point, I'll show you. So let's say you go to 0.1. And you see like it moves it, right? And then it'll move it on the Y axis. All right, let's see. 0.045. Oh, let's go back to 0.062. We'll leave it at the default. I was fine with that. You can increase the transparency or reduce the transparency. That's totally up to you. And that just makes that shadow a little less visible. If you into cardstock, you could do a 3D. You could totally do a 3D image. You can totally do like cardstock. Like, let's say if I had Hello Kitty at the top, you can cut around Hello Kitty and the top doesn't have to be so flat. There's so many different things that y'all could do with this. Like, it's a lot. We can change the color of the shadow layer. So that part that's gray right here, we can change that color and you can input the hex code that you want. And then you would just use your glider here to change those colors. So as I click different parts, like here, I clicked in the purple area. I can turn that purple if I wanted to, but I do think I just want to leave it the way that it is. Like, I don't necessarily want it. I did do it a little bit lighter, like a lighter shade of pink, but I don't want to do it like that. All right, so I'm going to leave it just like this, but just in case you guys want to give your design a little pizzazz, you could do that. All right, so the next thing I want to do is I still feel like she's not really standing out enough for me. So I am going to change. I think I'm going to head over to the offset panel, and I'm going to create an offset. So I'm going to select offset. Hey, MNT Living. If I missed you coming in, I'm so sorry. Hey, Nini. All right, so I'm going to go to offset, and then I'm going to change the distance of the offset, and that's just the amount of, the distance is just the end of the original design, the edge of the original design, and where your offset is going to end. Like how much is going to be from that part to the end of your offset or the outer edge of your offset. All right, so I'm going to change this to like a 0.03 because I don't really want it to be really big. So we're going to click apply. And I don't see it really good, but it should be there. All right. And then we're going to change that color to white. Oh, that makes it pop out really nice. I love it. The 0.3. Now you can go with a thicker one or a thinner one. 0.02 might have been like really nice. I probably would have liked 0.02, but I also don't want to lose that shadow. Now the shadow, it can, if I would have added more distance to the x-axis or the y-axis, that really like makes that shadow go out a little bit more or down more. If you put negative, it goes up. So it depends, right? But I think I'm gonna like it just like this. It's busy enough for me. It is busy enough for me. It is very, very busy. All right, so that's looking pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. I'm going to get one of these hearts right here. I'm going to get this final heart, and we're going to put this heart down here, right here, next to Miss Hello Kitty. And we're going to just turn her over a little bit. Now, this is just really, honestly, this is like a basic setup. You can do it, add whatever you want to. I really do think the plaid would have looked really nice here. Whatever you decide that you want to do, it's yours, and whoever you're gonna get, you can totally make it themed, right? All right, so we have our bow. I think I have everything that I want to have here. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to delete all of this other stuff off of here because we don't need it. I'm going to type in hello. I already typed in hello, Taylor. I think we're just going to say hello, Brooklyn. You won't have to get a card. Y'all know I always find one student who just has to get everything because, yeah. And she loves pink. It's her favorite color, so she should love this. All right, so I'm going to use the logo, right? So, but I want to say hello, Brooklyn, instead of hello, Kitty. So I'm going to go here. We're going to open up the text box, and we're going to type in hello, and I'm going to type in Brooklyn. All right, so now let's head over to the textile panel. And I think this font, like I literally downloaded this font today, so it should be in here. But when I used it earlier, I used it inside of Adobe. So let's see. I don't see it. I don't see it anywhere. What is the name of the font? It's not Good Morning Gorgeous. Hi, where is it? Let me see what the name of this font is, y'all. Empty trash. Hold on, let's see. I need to see what the name of the font is. So it is called, oh, Boldens, not Goodens, Boldens. So this is a font. This font is supposed to be similar to Hello Kitty font. And it looks, I mean, it looks like it could be a sister or a cousin. It looks like it could be a cousin of Hello Kitty font. Okay, so it's called Boldens, Boldins. And this font came from the font, either was like the font or another spin-off of the font. Why didn't I just type it up here? Boldens. All right, there it is. All right, so let's look at it and compare it, and y'all tell me what y'all think. Now, what I did with the other design that I had, because I wanted the hello to be exactly like that. See how the E is? You can see like the differences. That's why I said it's a cousin. So you see how the E is, and you see how the L is. The L's in the original font is more loopy. You see how it has more of a loop to it, and then the E here. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to ungroup this. I'm going to keep hello. The H is not too bad, but it's still not exactly how it is. Hey, Juana. Hey, Kristen. Hey, y'all. Hey, Maritza. All right, so I'm going to delete the word kitty here, but we're going to keep hello. Okay. And then what I'm going to do next is we're going to release, or I'm going to ungroup this so that I can move Brooklyn around. So we're going to delete hello. And then I am going to move this up to the top. And we're going to group this together. Well, actually, I'm going to make it into a compound path. Maybe I'm not. Need to weld it first. All right, so you got to weld it first. Now we're going to make it into a compound path. All right, so it's not as big as this one. Let me change this to my pink. And I just want to thicken it up. Like I want it to be the same thickness as the original. So let me change this color too. I'm going to change this color to the same pink that we're using. All right, that looks like about the same thickness, y'all. What y'all think? Brooklyn can be a little bit bigger. But it looks like it's almost the same thickness as the original. It's about what y'all think. Hey, Faith. I think, okay, now give me the thumbs up of approval. Now, there's a few things that I don't like. Not that I don't like it. I just don't, because I don't want the fonts to be so different. So let me just point out a few things with this font and the original. So if you notice, we already saw with the E, how the E is, the H is, but it's a very close. It's very, very close to it. Most people wouldn't be able to tell. But if you look at the O, you see how the O here has this little extra hump here, but in the O for the font for Hello Kitty, there's no O there. The font they says is a font called Janda, but I don't think it's available. And then you see the L. This L is more like loopy, and this is a little more, it's too slim. It's slender. Okay, so there's a few things that you can do. If you're fine with it like this, then you don't have to do anything. You can go ahead and move on. I'm not necessarily fine with it, so I'm gonna head up to the edit points and I'm gonna try to make the L a little more loopy. Okay, let me bring it over here. Now, another thing you could do is, depending on your time, you can go ahead and just cut this out and paste it on top of the L so that you can, if you're that invested with it, like how I'm pretty much like that too. Like I do want to do it. Like I want to just go ahead and knock that O out of the way. Let me see if I could do that really quick. How quick that would go. Let's move this out of the way. Let me cut it. I'm probably like, girl, you got too much time on your hand. I should have did this before I even before I welded it together. That's what I should have did. Let me see if it's gonna cut it for me. I may have to. Did it cut it? It don't look like it cut it for me. Oh, it did. Okay, okay. All right, let's go over here. Let's cut this one. I know, y'all. This don't make sense. It's stupid. And you'll see how, because you see how the L looks. I may have to do a little more doctoring up of a situation, but it's gonna be fine. Let's see. Oh, that bottom part of my O doesn't look good. How I cut it like that, but it's gonna be fine. We're gonna make it work. And then that L, that thickness though, like we really thickened it up pretty good. I do want my K to be a little bit closer. All right, let me see if I can work on this O really quick on that one. Sorry, y'all. I just can't help this. All right, let's see if we can kind of bring that out a bit. I just want to, let's see how that looks. That's so straight. I don't like it. Let's see if I could change that. No, it's still too, I want to, that wasn't one. All right. Let me move this one down. Let me move that over. Let me move this one down. It's not giving me my shape that I really, really want, but it's going to be fine. It's going to be just fine, y'all. It's going to be just fine. I want to change this to a curve. There we go. I don't want to change too much of that. All right, let's see what it looks like now. Let's go out. Oh, that one is a little bit kind of fat. Looks like it's a little swollen. Let me move it in some here. All right, you might be good. You might be good now. Let me click out of it. All right. Or delete the whole and type it in the other font. I know I like this one. I like how you see how the E is a little, how this E goes right here. I like that E like that. I don't know why. Like the other hello, it didn't have that extra like swoosh. I actually write my E's almost like this. They don't look like that, but they almost look like this. All right. Do y'all think we're good with the L, or do I need to try for the L too? Or we should be fine with the L. I think we'll be fine with the L. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It's all good. All right, let me go ahead and select this. You'll probably say, girl, that looks the same. It doesn't look the same to me, y'all. It doesn't look the same. All right, let's weld it together. And now we're going to make it into a compound path. And we're going to be happy with that L, with that little slender L. We're going to be happy with it. All right. So now we're just going to put Hello Brooklyn. And then we're going to group all of this together. And I'm going to do here. I think I need to do another name because I want to show you guys both, like using cutting it out or just putting the top on. All right, we're going to make this a little bit smaller because Brooklyn has a long name. I promise y'all, whoever name we do next is just going to be whatever it is. We're not going to go through all that drama of trying to have it the same way. Don't worry. All right, so I'm going to have it just like this. I'm going to move this over some because I want to, I'm going to do a borderless print. And with borderless prints, you kind of lose some of your edges depending on how far you go. All right, we're going to make her a little bit smaller. And then I'm going to move my heart over and we're going to make the heart a little bit bigger. All right. This is looking pretty decent, y'all. We're pretty much done. I think we're done. I think we did everything that I did with the other one. All right. So let's get ready to print this out. We're going to print this out. Let's use the glossy paper for this one. And then the next one we print out will be the matte paper. Unless y'all want to do a whole new design. Hey, Evie. If you want to do something new, but don't necessarily have to. I could give this one to her bestie. But they're really good friends though. So I'm going to print this one out on the glossy paper and let's see the color difference. All right, let me make sure this heart is the size that I want it to be. It is. All right, I'm going to go ahead and delete. Come on, I want all of you gone. All right, let's go to print. Let's do print page setup first, just to make sure everything looks good. We're going to be using the Epson, and this is going to be a tabloid sheet. Where's my tabloid? There it is. And I'm going to do borderless printing. So we're going to do borderless. Hey, Mylene. Thanks, Robin. And Diane. Happy New Year, Delonda. Oh, girl, I'll be off in less than an hour. All right, so we're going to click OK. And now I'm going to go to print. And once I do the print page setup, that's very important because you want to make sure you have your page correct. All right, so here is our page. It's looking pretty good. Why do I have extra? Did I do landscape? What did I do, y'all? I thought I did tabloid. Let me go back to print page setup. Oh, I did change it to landscape. I'm going to keep it to portrait. I'm sorry. All right, and now we're going to click print. And it should be, everything should be there. I'm going to put this inside of the printer. I'm putting this in the rear. I still have landscape. Why? Why is it still telling me landscape? Hold on. I don't want it to print landscape. Let me go to my page. Here, let me see what I have it at. No, it's not the right orientation. It's on portrait. Media size width, it looks good. I have nothing else. Even though it doesn't matter, you can print with other things on here. Let me go back to print page setup, make sure it's good. Okay, we got 11 by 17, tabloid, borderless printing, orientation. I want it on portrait, but it keeps going to landscape. Okay, let's see. Print. Let's see what happens, y'all. In the meantime, I'm going to put our glossy sheet. It's still doing it. I don't know why. But it's going to be fine. We're going to go with it. Okay, let me put this inside of here. And then when it gets ready to print, I'll just see if I could change it. All right. Let me go to print. And then I'm going to have to change the paper type. Let me look at my layout. Layout is fine. Let's go to media. We're going to do from the rear. And then let's do photo paper glossy. I think I want to do glossy. And then we're going to, everything else looks good. All right, so now it's getting ready to process the prints. Hey, little Miss Martha and Terry. I'm using koala paper. This one's glossy, but I have both glossy and matte. If you just got here, I'll show you guys the one that I did earlier. It's printing. It's gonna take a little bit for it to print. And it's probably gonna beat me over to come and change it. Because I changed the paper type. I'm gonna change it on here. Print the print. Installed. All right, so this one I did with matte, but all right, we're gonna stop. I don't know if you guys want to do another one. It's a font called Bolden's. So I cut this out so that I could have like a deeper tray, but most of them, they don't cut it out. You'll just hot glue. I have a glue gun. You'll just hot glue it. We'll do it both ways, or at least this way. I'll show you guys with this one. And then you just put, like this one, I cut the heart out in the back to put it in here. Now, to make your back look a little bit better, you could totally decorate it. You could do, you know, something else to it so that it doesn't just look like this, right? But that's it. And this was matte paper. This is the same koala paper, but this is the matte version of the paper. Hey, Miss Evelyn. Mylene, is always going to be fine. It's always going to be fine. It is. Somebody told me that too. Somebody else told me that. It's always going to be fine. No drama, no stress. All good. Hey, Mama Vi. Hey, everyone that I didn't see. I'm sorry. Evie and I are going to be making bling jeans on Friday, and I'm excited about it. I don't know what the design's going to look like, Evie. Are we, because I have my little one, but I don't want to place one by one. Like, I want to create like something cute. And Evie, I purchased a white blazer to bling that out too, because yeah, I saw somebody with a blinged out white blazer and I was like, I want a blinged out white blazer. So these are really popular right now. They're trending right now. You can find templates on Etsy that you don't have to go through all this and make your own. They have some on Etsy. If you have Canva, they have like a lot of options for you to be able to use the backgrounds on Canva. Everything I used today came from, well, not everything. The balloons and the clouds came from Creative Fabrica, but the Hello Kitties came from online. Just a Google search for Hello Kitty, PNG, transparent, free. Even though I end up paying something for these, not for that one earlier that I showed you guys, but these I did pay like $3 for them. But it's up to you. You can find free versions of all of these things. Okay, you don't have to pay for it. Let's see if I missed something. Thank you, DB. And Donzel, Diane, B. Smith, Miss Evelyn, I mean, all y'all. Evie, I'm so excited. I cannot wait. Girl, I have my blazer. My white blazer is coming. It should be here on Thursday. So I plan on blinging that out to wear my jeans. I cannot wait. A bust down blazer. Lisa, I'm excited. Thank you, Faith. Darika, what size stones are those jeans gonna be and what color? So if I get a good template, if I make a good template, it's gonna have to be SS6 because I want them to be really, really sparkly. Now I have tons of bling pants right now, and if I have time, I'll go and get them. I have went crazy every time I see a pair of jeans with bling on it. I want the pants with the bling on it, and so I found several pants. I even have a pair of like nice black pants. I don't know how nice they are, but they're dressier pants with like small stones on it. Super, super cute. Maybe I'll wait to show you guys on Friday when we talk about it on Friday. We'll do it on Friday. But super cute. Thanks, Anna. That's what we're gonna be doing. Telling you that's the We Create. It's their new pink version that they have in honor of I don't know if it's in honor of Valentine's Day or just because they needed to make something pink. I have been playing around with it today, and I cut out these cute little Hello Kitties. Now I engraved this, but the engraved isn't as engraved as I want it to be. So I don't know if it's just like a color thing. I tried several different settings, and some of them just no. And generally with the engraved, I like to keep the masking on so that way if I need to paint, the only area that's exposed is the engraved area, and I can paint on top of it and peel it because I did want to paint it, but it wasn't working out that way for me with that one. So I just need to probably play around with it a little bit more. It's a 10-watt machine. I just need to play around with it a little bit more. So should I give another card to somebody? I don't know. Let me see. I think it's done. I probably should have went ahead and printed. Oh no, it's still it didn't print out how it should have printed, but oh my gosh, it's so pretty. It is the color is so pretty, but it didn't print out right. I should have stopped. I should have looked at it. I'm gonna have to look at it again. Hold on. Let me see why it's not printing. I have the width correct. I don't want it landscape. It's not. The orientation says portrait. Let me show y'all. Now the color looks amazing. The fireworks are going, y'all. It's a light show outside. Open. All right, let me go back. The color looks really, really good. I need to then I'm gonna have to design something completely a new thing for Shay Shay. I gotta do something completely different. Now it can still be pink. It can still be pink, but it's gonna have to be something different for Shay Shay. It still keeps forcing it to go to landscape. I don't want it on landscape. I don't know why it keeps doing that. Hold on, y'all. Let me see something because it keeps forcing me. Now, print it out good. While it's printing out the next one, we'll do the other. Let me make the page. I'm going to make the page size a little bit smaller and see if that's why it's trying to do that. Current page setup. Because it's not on rotation. That could be it. It might have been too, like, because I made the page size the exact size, or the print size the exact size of the page. And I think that might have been our problem. Hold on, let me get another piece of glossy paper. And y'all, this 11 by 17 sticker paper is, you only get 10 in the pack. You have to order me some of this from Alibaba. Because it's not working out for me. Order from Amazon. It's not working out, y'all. All right, this is going to print fine. It's going to be print fine. And probably, you know what, too, when I did the borderless printing, that probably causes a little issue, too. So let me go to print. and then do it. But the colors look so good. I could use this for something else. Like I could totally use this still. All right, print. Print. Is it good? Yeah, rear, paper glossy. Yes. All right. All right. So it's gonna print it out fine now. Where you get the heart pillow from? So Joe, we made these last week. We actually embroidered this. This was an in the hoop project. If you have an embroidery machine, you can get these from not Creative Fabrica. Did we get these from? We got this from Creative Fabrica. You can get the template from Creative Fabrica if you have an embroidery machine. Now, this, if anybody is interested in doing this with the heart pillow, this was the 6x10 pillow that we did. This was a 6x10. The 8x10 hoop pillow was too big for this heart. But for this exact heart, the cake pan, the 6x10, I think the 6x10 fits really good in here. Now you can do whatever else you want to put in there. You can put some candy in here. Like you can really do something cute with it. You don't have to have a pillow, but since I'm doing the Hello Kitty themed one, I was like, I gotta put my Hello Kitty. And since I'm doing hearts, I'm like, I gotta have hearts and Hello Kitty together. Like that's necessary. All right, let me see if I could do a name really quick. Maybe Zamaria. Yeah. Okay, does anybody know how to save your picture if you want to take it to like so Faith, all you would have to do is do you have the business edition? Do you have the business edition of Silhouette Studio? Because if you do, then you would just let's say if I want to send this to a print shop, I would just go to file, save as because I don't have anything else on the screen. Remember, I deleted everything. And if I click save as, save to hard drive, and then I would just click here, let's say, hello card print, right? And then you're going to change your format from Silhouette Studio because that's, only if you have a Silhouette Studio will you be able to open it, or Shortcuts, I think, opens up Silhouette files. But if you drop down your format menu, now this option is only available if you have the business edition of Silhouette Studio. If you don't have the business edition of Silhouette Studio, then you won't be able to save it outside of Silhouette Studio. Now, you would then go to PNG or JPEG, whichever one you prefer. I prefer PNG. You won't get the background. So we'll click PNG. You can also save it as a PDF file. And then if I click OK, another screen is going to come up. And then you can make sure that you, oh, I'm not even showing you. Let me share my screen again. I'm sorry. I thought I was sharing my screen. But no, you're talking. You're talking. All right, let me go back. I'm going to go back. So let's go to file, and then you're going to go to save as. You have several save options, but we're going to save as, and we're going to save to hard drive. Once you have this open, you're going to save this as hello card. Hello. Hello card print. There we go. And then here's your format. Again, if you have the business edition, you'll be able to see this. If you don't have the business edition, you won't be able to see it. So these two are your Silhouette files. And then down here you have where you can save as the SVG, PNG, JPEG, GSP, or PDF. I would recommend saving it as a PNG, but you can save it as a JPEG, whichever you prefer. So I would go to PNG and click OK. And then you can change this. So I would definitely raise this to at least a 300 DPI. And then I would click on to transparent background. Okay. You want to make sure you have it on a transparent background. All right. So you make sure you click that, because if not, let's say, right here, this is pretty much the entire sheet, right? But if you don't have a actual background, you want it to be, you don't want white to print out, or you want your background to be transparent. At least I do. All right, so then you just click save. I'm not going to save it. And then there you have it. And then when you get ready to send it to Walgreens, all you have to do is now you can upload it to their site. You just upload that file to their site. If you want to take it in, you can put it onto a flash drive and take it in for them to print it out for you. Like those are your options. Now I'm using sticker paper today, but honestly, you can do this with cardstock. You can do this with regular paper and glue it on. It's up to you. I prefer the sticker version method to do it. Less glue that I have to deal with. So I'm not gonna print out the other one because it's already 9:17. So if y'all want to do this, if y'all want to do another one another night, let me know. Let me see if you guys say if let me know if you want to do another one of these another night. But I'm gonna show you guys what I did with this one. No problem, babe. Oh my goodness, it's insane, Evelyn, out here. It doesn't matter. All right, so I think we're pretty good. I really want to do a Hello Kitty. I want to see which Hello Kitty will fit in there, and then I'll do one that size, and then put maybe like some other pink little things in there. Yeah, I don't like being out at this. Yeah, no. All right, let's head over to our table. I'm going to stop sharing. We're done sharing that. I'm going to head over to the table, and then I'll just show you guys. So these are the pans. Let me add this to the stage. I'll make these smaller. Taylor probably won't even open it. Like she won't even open it. She's probably just gonna hold on to it. But I'm gonna put some more things in here for her though, and I'm gonna have to send it with her. Or you know what? Maybe around that time I'll go visit her. But I'm gonna put some more things inside of here for her. I'm not though. She's not keeping the heart balloon, the heart pillow either. Mm-mm. But she likes stuff like this. Like she'll probably just hang it up somewhere. That's what she does. I would be the one to want to open it up. I don't want to just look at it. All right. Now, should I do? I'm gonna do the one where we're gonna use the glue gun. That's what I'm gonna do. All right. And I already have a glue stick in here. I don't know if I need another one, but this one looks. Oh no, it's good. We got some time. We got a little bit of time. All right, I do have like my sharp ruler to help me cut. Lots of Valentine hearts. It's visible. Could be here in case of emergency. That's true. Or I maybe not even make it visible. I should hide it in something. So I could put it in, like it'll be in there and just hide it. And then when she really needs it, I could be, oh girl, did you use that money in your card? And she'll be like, Mom, you're always doing something silly. All right, so I did want to make a square one. I might just do a video, like just to do both, but I only have maybe 30 more minutes before I have to head to the service. All right, so these are the hearts, and you don't have to. Let's say if you want to bake a cake in this, you can. You want to cook something in it, you can. You don't have to use it the way that I'm using it. I used it in that one for both, like the back and the top. But you really just need this because most people, I'm going to show you guys how most people are doing it. They're not really cutting into that back part of the phone. Okay, so we'll keep both of these out and show you that. And then, but I do like this way better because you can put more things in it. Like if I didn't have this, I'm gonna show you with the other card when we get ready to do it. If I didn't have this cut out in the back like this, then you won't be able to have this pillow wouldn't be able to fit inside of there. It's not deep. This doesn't provide the depth that's needed for the pillow. All right, so let's get our print. Oh, y'all, this glossy looks so good. It looks so good. Look at it, y'all. Look at it compared to the matte version. Look at the glossy compared to the matte. I just love, y'all can't really tell the difference, can you? The black, everything, it just looks so good. The glossy does. All right, so this is how this would go on here. So this would go like, instead of how we have this one, like this, we would just use this and we would just apply glue to it, right? And this would go on top of the heart like that. See, the heart is a similar shape size because that's the way I sized it. But as y'all see, like this heart right here, let me open it up. And I like this too, because like even if you wanted them, like it could come out. Y'all, this is so, like, let's say we did this really nice, right? Let's say if I cut it out like I cared to cut it out, right? So now you have this here, and then you have like a little opening here. You could create something to where you could do like a picture frame or put something there, like maybe put another little outline here or something, and then create like a frame. You could do so many things. We could even do like a little mini, what are those called? Not a photo booth. Like you could do so many different things with this. So, I mean, the cutting the heart out isn't that bad. Just do it neatly. But I do want to show you guys this. So if I take that out, right, the heart, if I put the heart on top, it doesn't go all the way down. Like, and then to like try to smush it down, and then you have to put the hot glue gun on there. Yeah, no. And you don't necessarily want the glue to like melt your top. So you got to really be careful when you do it like this. And then this particular top, like I would probably want to shave that off anyway, because it's very thin and just yeah, no. So I do like it this way, but you can totally do it, you know, whatever way you prefer. That's what matters. You do what you like. And then this is an 8x8. And don't forget, you can get things like this from the Dollar Tree. You do not have to get it from Amazon. Okay? You don't. And then this comes like this. And these are a little bit, it doesn't have like the dome effect. This one doesn't. So you want one that has like kind of like a dome. So this is the square, and then the square, I wouldn't necessarily, I don't like this, how that one looks. So I would probably I like the heart. You can actually fit a little bit more in the heart. So if you're going to look for them, look for some that has like more of a lift. Like this is kind of flat. It's not really flat. It does have a little lift, but not as much as this. But that's how, you know, you would do it. And then, of course, you may want to do your border a little bit different. Like instead of having a heart, you would have an 8x8 square, an 8-inch square. Okay, so that's the difference. We're gonna keep. I want to cut it out. I'm just gonna show you guys how I cut it out. Before we actually start placing this on the other one. So this is gonna go. So all I did was I took the bottom of the pan and I put it on top, and then I kind of traced it around, but I gave like a little bit more room. Like I didn't necessarily start the trace exactly like that, because if I did, it would not fit through. Okay, so I added a little bit on. I knew it was going to be fine because this protrudes out a lot more than the actual shape of the heart. Okay, so that it'll go through, I focused on this part, but I also gave, I went up maybe like a half an inch more. Or not even half, yeah, maybe like a quarter of an inch more, just so that it could go all the way through. You don't want to cut too much out at first. because, you know, if you cut too much out, then it's hard. If it doesn't, you know, if it goes through, then it's, you know, you can't use it. So you cut, you know, just about the shape, and then you gradually increase that size a little bit more. Hey, Mrs. Parker, how do you get the stuff out without the cutout? How do you get the stuff out without the cutout? What do you mean? How do you get the stuff out without the cutout? Like, so let's say if you have it. Oh, so if you don't have the cutout and you just put it, because that's the one we're gonna make, and you just put it on top of the sheet like this, then they essentially kind of, I don't want to say they ruin the card, but they have to peel it off, right? So they're gonna have to, let's say if this is gonna be on with the glue gun, with the hot glue, then they're gonna have to kind of snatch it off. Or if you want to use like a double-sided tape to kind of keep it on, then that way. That's how they would. Now, I like having like this extra heart behind it. I think the heart looks cute. Again, when you're designing, you can put a message here so that when they do open up their stuff and they take it out, they, you know, they have a message from you there, or you can even have the picture. You can put a picture of you and whoever or whatever, you know, whoever you're making it for, you can kind of customize it like that. But that's what it was. You're literally gonna take it off, Dr. Terrell. Like maybe it might ruin it or it might not. It probably won't ruin it. Like, and you can use like the dots to kind of have it stuck on there. So that you can do something like that. It doesn't have to be cut out. I'm not gonna cut out this one. We're just gonna I'm just gonna show you guys the process of putting it together. So we're gonna use another piece of the black foam board. I do have a white foam board, but we're gonna use black foam board. And I'm using sticker paper, so I don't have to glue anything on there. Okay, we're good. I just wanted to make sure the glue gun was on and working. All right, so we're gonna go ahead. I'm going to, this glue gun is in my way. All right, so I'm gonna get ready to place this on top of the foam board. And here, I'll put it like this. Like I'm just flushing it to the end, to this corner that I already cut. And it'll just make it a little bit easier for me to place. I won't have to worry about cutting this side as long as I line it up right. Okay. So next I'm going to do is I'm just going to lift it up and we're going to get rid of the backing on this part of it. Now there's a few ways you could do this. You can either cut off a little piece so that you can stick this part down, or you can do like I'm about to do. I'm just going to lift it up and fold it under. Just like up, and I moved. And I moved. I did not want to move. That's why if you have scissors to cut it. Now, some people are good with like just going for it, like laying it down and like, yep, it's on good and straight. I'm not one of those people. Like I literally have to prepare for this. All right. All right, so I'm just gonna drop this down. All right. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use my hands because I don't want to use this. I don't have one of my soft squeegees to do it. So I'm just going to use my hands right now, which I thought I had one near me. I don't want any air pockets. And let's turn it to the side a little bit. And then I'm going to lift this up and we're just going to slowly pull. Oh, hey, Shay. I'm glad you're in bed and sitting down somewhere. Vester. All right, so I'm just doing it like this, but if you have a squeegee, I wouldn't recommend doing it with something sharp like this because you're gonna scratch up your sheet. Use a squeegee, something that's not so sharp. And this is really just going on, and I'm avoiding any air bubbles doing it this way because I don't like air bubbles. I don't like having to try to pop air bubbles. I don't want to do any of that. Okay, we are good to go. All right, so now we're all done with this side. And then all I'm going to do now is we're going to get ready and cut it. So I have my utility knife. You can do this with an X-Acto knife if you have one. I usually use a utility knife because I have like a lot of these. And they work good. All right, so we're going to get ready. And I'm just lining this up. This is going to help me keep straight, okay? It's going to help me keep this cut nice and straight. All right. And I'm just lining it up with the edge of the paper. That's it, okay? So then one score down is going to be fine, but I do like to kind of give myself like a little line to go on as I'm cutting. Like I'm not cutting deep. It's just like a score line that I usually like to do. All right, and then I am on a self-healing mat because you gotta go deep. And I think I still moved over and I was trying not to move over. All right. One slice should have been enough. All right, I'm just putting this here, and we're going to continue. So, yeah, we're good. Nope, I'm not good. Hold on, let me go down one more time. And I'm not using it because now that I cut all the way down like this, I'm pretty good. All right. All right, so we're good there. Now we're gonna cut this, the top part. And look, I cut too much. That's fine. All right, let's go here. And I'm just going to cut do the same thing. And you do want to be careful when you're using this. All right, we're good to go. Let me cut this little piece right here off. All right, so we have our card, even though this my edge right here look a little bit busted, but it's okay. It's gonna be fine. Let me cut that little piece off right there. When you're cutting, if you're using one of these types of knives, make sure that you cut like in a straight line going down. Don't slant it. Like, don't like when you're cutting, like, don't go that way or like that. Just try to keep straight. Best advice. Hey, Sharon Davenport. Hey, Sharon Murray. Krista, you could totally do this. All right, so y'all, we are literally done. Now, if you didn't have sticker paper, then you would have to like glue your paper onto your foam board. Okay. If you didn't know, we put it on foam board. If you don't have sticker paper, you would have to glue it onto your foam board. But because we have sticker paper, we did it that way. Now, I'm gonna put both of these side by side because I'm not gonna cut this part out. I'm gonna leave this part like this. All right, so with this one, let me see if this Hello Kitty, I mean, she's still, you know, she's not. I could do another one, but what I would have to do is I wouldn't be able to put so much stuffing inside of it. Like it wouldn't, I would have to put less stuffing in it. This one, that one has more stuffing, I think. Yeah, not that much more, but I would have to put less stuffing inside of it just so that it could fit underneath there. But I could totally do that. All right, so as you guys see, all I did again for this one was I cut out the heart. Okay, I cut out the heart and left, and that way, you know, the pan can fit inside of there like that. Now, what I would suggest is if you don't want to, like if you don't want it to come out, I would suggest maybe hot gluing it around the edge so that it stays in place and it doesn't go in and out. But you know, this is something cute. You could do all types of little fun things with that afterwards, right? But you want the pan inside. So the next thing we will do here is all we would do is we would just get ready and glue this on. Now I don't have anything to put in here for Brooklyn, so I don't want to put the hot glue, which I can. I'll fix it. I can always fix it. And even if I don't fix it or whatever, I'll cut it out and use the pan to disguise it. All right, so let's say we put, that's not gonna fit. I don't have anything. I didn't bring anything to put in here for her. Like nothing. What do I have up here? You can put like little travel size lotion in there. I put this little pen in there. What else can I put in there? I don't want to put no glue in there. Yeah, don't want to put my AirPod case in there. Let's just put random things inside of here so you guys can see it. So I put my little AirPod case in here. Another Hello Kitty little thing in there. I could put that in there. We could do it like that, right? I mean, you're gonna stuff it in with whatever. Oh, I have my little chapstick in here. I can put in there. Like but of course you're gonna make it look a lot nicer, right? So the next thing you would do is you would just hot glue it. Now, you may want to go ahead and just outline it, with the hot glue, because the hot glue could possibly burn or melt the plastic. Okay, so you want to be cautious about that. A gift card, that's true. Just cut a hole. I should just cut the hole, but you guys have an idea. I'm not going to use the hot glue if I cut the hole out and put the pan inside. But you guys have an idea of what this would look like. Okay, so this is what this would be if we were to just place this on like this. Okay. Because I don't have anything to put in here yet. I got to get something to put in here for her. Maybe I have to go by Five Below and find some stuff, some cute little things. But that's that part. So I'll cut it out like this, like Taze. I wish you guys can kind of see the difference in the color from the glossy and the matte. I like the glossy. I really do like the glossy better. And I'm going to take a picture so you guys can see it. All right, so let me get my X-Acto knife. So this is pretty much how I'm going to do it. You could also, if you want to, you can grab that pen, like how I had the pen, and you can just trace around it. Like you could do a trace. Let's see if we put it right here. And you can kind of just trace around it, like just so you can have an idea. And I'm not going to cut exactly, like I'm cutting a little bit farther away. I should have just cut it. Because that is not good. That is not a good cut. Let's just cut it. But that's another option for you to do it. Hey, Merlinda. All right, yo, we got about 10 more minutes before I gotta go. All right, so I'm just going around and we're going to cut it just like this. And I'm going to take my time. I'm going to take my time. And I'm kind of just doing it light. Like I'm not even trying to fully go in. All right, I got that part done, and now we got to do the other part. Let me move my hair out the way. I do kind of want to turn it around, y'all. I can't see it good, but it's fine. All right. So I'm literally tracing around the heart with the utility knife, but it's a lot wider than the actual heart. It's a lot wider. Okay. So I'm gonna take my knife because see it's not cut through. And then I'm just going to follow the same path. My heart right here look a little bit stinky. Come on, let's turn it. I can't get to it good right here. All right, there we go. All right. And it's easier once you kind of do like that score line to cut it if you don't have like the like nothing to trace it. I'm just making sure that it's cutting. Again, try to keep your hands straight because I can't. Mine naturally want to curve under. Why? I don't know. All right, so I'm not gonna follow this path to a T right here. And when you don't, like it does not like when you don't follow the path that you create. See what happens? Okay, there we go. Let me look at my back. All right, the back doesn't look too bad. I just have that area right here. I need to get to. Okay. For the most part, everything is fine except right here. And those are just surface. You can see it. Those are just surface nicks that I need to do right there. There we go. All right. So that one cut out fine. Now let's get our hand. Again, this part is optional. You guys saw when I had it, you can totally just have your top on it. You don't have to do this. Okay, this part is totally optional. I do like this part. Like I do like doing it this way because I do feel like it's deeper and you can put more things in it as opposed to just having the flat top like this. So now let's see how this fits in. And that fits in really good. This one is a kind of snug fit. Now, let's say if you wanted to cut out a little bit more, you can. But you see how the front looks? You can't even tell with the front like that. You can't even tell that it's cut like that. And then you put your top on, and the top just snaps on. Just like this. just like you covering your dish, and then they can just pop it right on off. So if you want it to stay, like you can go ahead and like hot glue it, like hot glue the pan right here so that it doesn't lift out, and then it'll be stationary. But I would like, let's say if you want to decorate the back, remember I was saying like you guys could decorate the back, do something else to the back before you cut out the center. Maybe you want to put another, maybe even if you wanted to kind of like mirror this and have this on the other side, and then you have like the back part here. You could put something there, maybe decorate it, but you could have like a double-sided card when you do it this way. The other way, you don't necessarily have to worry about it, but I still think like the back will look good. You could put something else on the back, maybe like a collage of pictures, something like that. Hey, Rosalind. Yeah, it's 11 by 17 glossy. So this one is the glossy one. And then I'll show you because the front camera may be able to see it better. And it's 9:48, y'all. Service is gonna start soon for me. Hold on. All right. So that's what we have. And then of course with your glue gun, you could hot glue it. You could do whatever else you want to it. Let me unplug this hot glue gun. Oh, all right. All right, guys. So let me remove the stage. We did that in 2 hours. How lovely. That was the goal. I still got a chance to hang out with you guys on our Tuesday night situation. I'm happy about that. And we did it within 2 hours. I can make it through New Year's Eve service. And I'll show you guys the difference between the two. Thanks, Kelly Lynn. And Barb. Yes. I always put something on back for writing a note. That's true. That's so true. Thanks, Miss Gail. Thanks, everyone. All right, let me show you guys real quick. And then I got to go pray for more patience for 2025. Y'all may not know it's a thing, but I pray for, there's something that I pray for every single year, every day, almost not every day. Some days I forget, some days I don't be wanting to hear it. But my prayer is for patience. I pray that God gives me patience because I'm not naturally patient. And so I pray for that. I pray for, I pray to understand people more than I'm understood. And I pray for the ability to love others more than I am loved or more than my desire to be loved. That's my prayer every single year. That's gonna be my prayer for this year too. Be my prayer. I need it. Definitely need it. All right, guys. So let's see if you guys can see the difference. So this is the one for, this is the glossy one. Oh, let me put my pillow back in here. Now, if you want this to stay in, I definitely recommend maybe hot gluing it, or either hot gluing it or cutting your hole a little bit more so you can flush it, like really push all the way in. I would definitely recommend that. But I don't have another pillow this size to put in Brooklyn. But Brooklyn's is cute. I love the glossy paper. I like the glossy more than the matte for this case. Now, if I were to use, remember I showed you guys the holographic vinyl. If I were to use the the holographic clear vinyl, then this would look nice on top of the matte. Oh, this would look nice on top of the matte. But with the matte like this, it's just not. That's not what you want. So hopefully you guys understood. We could also add a back like it's a regular card. Oh, so that's a good idea, DB. Like you could have like add a back to it, like have like an actual card where this would open up like that. That would be a great idea. Hello Kitty or heart stuffy in the heart part of the high 10. Oh, yeah. All right. You guys have good ideas. Thank you guys. Hey, Diva, Diamond Diva from Texas. All right, y'all. We're gonna look at this really quick. Let me see if I missed any questions, and then I gotta get off. It's been great. Yes. Hey, Miss Linda Tolbert. Hey, everybody that I missed. I'm sorry if I missed. Sorry if I missed you. All right, so here are the 2 cards that I made. Uh-oh. Hold on. Hold on. All right. So you may want to put something in here to make it stationary, or you may just want to cut your heart out a little bit more. But these are the 2. So one is glossy. I think I love this glossy one. And then you have the one that is more matte. That is matte, not more matte. It is matte. Both are super cute. I love how these came out, but I do think I prefer the glossy. So I would definitely want to go ahead and put some of that holographic vinyl on top, and that will gloss it up. Thanks, Dempsey Boo. And that will gloss it up. What ink do I use? So I use, this is the pigment ink that I got from Amazon. It's like, I just picked one from Amazon. I don't even know which brand it is. Like I didn't use any special brand of ink, but it is a pigment ink. I printed it out with my Epson Eco Tank 15,000. Not the sublimation one, but the one, it's the one that I use for printing all types of stuff. It's just an Amazon one. Let me see if I can find the name of it really quick. And then I gotta go to the Lord's business. I don't want to get out of there yet. Ink. I'm gonna tell you the brand on Amazon that it is. Pigment ink. That brand is, girl, they don't even have a brand name in here. Let me see. What is this called? Passitech. I'm gonna put the link in there in case you want to look at it. But I love it. Like I've ordered it several times. I never have any issue with it. Just the first issue that I had, and I don't know if it was just me not using the printer, but I had just printed out something. I had to do 1 print head cleaning or 2 print head cleanings because the black wasn't printing. No, the cyan wasn't printing out. Just a few, like maybe like a month ago that happened. But outside of that, I love it. Like I'm not kicking it to the curb. But this is what we have. Super cute. Don't forget, we made these hearts. These are in the hoop stuffies that we made last week. Marilyn and I did it last week, and they fit perfectly. The 6x10 fits perfectly in this heart 10. Even like the little room at the top, you'll see the little bit of room, but I'm gonna put some candy and stuff in there. Like you can do so many different things with it. Let me show y'all my Hello Kitty stuffy, a big one. Show y'all my peppermints. Look how cute! She's so cute. Look, she's so cute. So this is the largest one. So if you're a member on the channel and you have an embroidery machine, the file is listed in the members area. I'm not selling the file because I ain't got no business selling no Hello Kitty files. I don't have any business doing that. I don't know. I can't. So, but look, y'all, look how cute. So this one is the largest one. And I did this with the 11 by 13 hoop. But it came out really cute. And Taylor wants it. So I'm going to have to make me another one. This one is a smaller one. Now I did do for this, for the one, that one's a keychain, or you can put it on your book bag or whatever. Like that's the thing I'm gonna make for Brooklyn. I'm gonna make her one where she can put it on her bag. But see, and there is no place, like if you have the file, there is no file that has a specific spot for you to put the loop for your hardware. So all I did was right before that last stitch, like the one that you're gonna put on top, right before that one, I put my ribbon in, and you put it going inside, not outside. Like when you put it in, you just kind of fold it. You have your loop part going in like that, and then you put the other material on top, and it just stitches it, and it stitches it nicely. So, but it's been fun, guys. I gotta go. Church is about to start. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. This year has been amazing. It's been amazing because of you guys. I appreciate all of you guys. I love all of you guys. I hope you guys have an amazing 2025. Yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good year. I'm going to receive that. Somebody told me that we were gonna have a good year, and I believe it. So enjoy the rest of your evening. Happy New Year, and we're leaving out of 2024, keeping God first, and we're gonna go into 2025, keeping Him first too. I love y'all, and don't forget to be kind to others, be patient, love on one another. Y'all, we get a whole new year. A new year. If you need to start over and do something, we got it. We're here. We got it. I'm so thankful. There's so many people who did not make it to see this moment, but there is a reason why you are still here. There's a reason why I am still here. And y'all enjoy every second. Find your purpose, because there is a reason why you're still here. I love y'all. And Happy New Year. New Year. See y'all in 2025. Later.